participant. I always say that. Hey y'all, can y'all hear me? If not, we're screwed because I don't remember how to do this no more. I'm so sorry I was late. Somebody brought me some air purifiers I needed, and I couldn't tell him it was too late because I had to work around his schedule because, he was doing me a favor. Can y'all hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Craft. Lord Baggins, hey. I'm alive. Miss Lisa, Gigi, Sherry, my love. I don't. Yay! Y'all can hear me. Look, and that was my first try. Oh my goodness. I was on YouTube for an hour earlier trying to find the stream. It won't there because I scheduled it from here. I don't remember how to do this at all. I need my butt whooped. Let's see. And I am not on my big computer because we'll talk about that. I've had some issues. What the heck? I can't get my scroll to work. How's everybody been? Dev, hi. I'm trying to speak to everyone. Let's see. I forgot I scheduled the stream. I scheduled it like probably in the middle of the night. Hey, Miss Lisa, in the middle of the night last night, and I was riding in with my friend to another friend's house earlier, and he said something about YouTube, and I was like, oh my goodness. Hey, Carly, I scheduled a stream and forgot. Hey, Sue, how you been? Oopsie. Mama Bear. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time. Stacy. I miss y'all. Really do. Kirsten from New Zealand. Miss Cassandra. Yuhuchi. How you doing? She might not be here anymore. That was earlier. If I missed anyone, my apologies. But I don't have YouTube open up. I don't know. I can't remember how that works. I'm sure I should be able to open it and see the stream, but I couldn't find it earlier. My granddaughter is 4 now, y'all. Miss Lisa. We just had our birthday party a few weeks ago, and right before she blew out her candles, she put her hands out and looked at her grandmas on each side of her great grandmas, excuse me, and everybody said, oh, everybody hold hands. She wants to say a prayer. And everybody held hands and they bowed their heads. And she said, happy birthday to me. And it was so funny. So she wanted to sing to herself. And the baby is going to be 2 in another month or 2. So they're growing up. I can't wait for the next one. I hope they have a boy soon or something. Yes. I'm just looking around this studio because I have forgotten. And apparently StreamYard does a lot that it didn't used to do. Okay. Oh, is somebody? Let me see. I know about what happened. No, I don't really know what happened. I know about real, but I don't know what happened. Is anyone out there that knows? That can like fill me in. Like I tried to reach out when I saw that. it really just, I was floored. I couldn't. Grace Case. I feel like it's been so long since we did this. So, yay. Hey, y'all, I had my surgery, Miss Sherry. I had my hands. I had 2 surgeries. He wouldn't do them at the same time. So I did the right one last because I wanted the left one done first because it was more difficult. I know he was always, but I wonder, was it related to his cough that he had for so long, or was it like, how did it? I've got so many questions. Like, how did we find out about it? Like, did he have family that knew about his channel that came on, or it had been a while. I hadn't talked to him in a minute. And so I had my left hand done, and that was easy breezy. I was awake. They just numbed it like I was getting stitches, and I watched them do it. It was a new thing. I could have went to the hospital and been put to sleep, and it would have taken like a whole day. And instead, I went in his office. I was there at 7. I was out at 7:30, 7:45. Second hand, the right hand was supposed to be not as difficult, not as bad, because y'all, if you remember, I couldn't put earrings. I still can't put earrings in. I have terrible trouble with buttons. I have to have help if I'm wearing anything with a lot of buttons or earrings. But when he was doing the surgery, the right hand was really like way worse than the left hand, even though the diagnosis for the left hand was like end stage and the right hand was severe. So the right hand was supposed to be easier, but it was not. I have not had any change since the surgery other than I don't wake up in pain. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's still numb. And he said it could take 2 years before we know if and how much reversal I'll have. Like, I haven't gotten back any of the use of my hands. I had one day that I could feel. I was in Walmart, I believe, and I felt I touched a shirt I was walking by, and it was really soft, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's so nice to be able to feel the fabric and know what it feels like. But then that went away, and I hadn't felt it since. But baby steps. You see, I told him we had a bad feeling. Oh, that's sad. How is everybody else? Cash just walked out of the room. Did y'all hear him scratching? He's an old fella now. He just turned 6. He just got fixed a few months ago, and he has a little brother. And y'all, if you think you love Cash, I was worried about this puppy because Cash had never been around a baby dog. My friends would not bring their animals around because they thought Cash would hurt them. And I knew my Cash wouldn't do that, but I was scared too because, I didn't think he'd intentionally, but yeah, 6. Sherry, do you know how old these dogs? I thought the bigger the dog breed, the shorter their life, because I just thought bigger dogs didn't live as long, and some may not, but average lifespan for Cash's breed is like 12 years. Something out like that. So, his little brother's name is Puppers. It was supposed to be something cool like Shotgun, but it's just baby talk. It's like, hey, little Puppers, my little Puppers. That's all I called him, my little Puppers. And my friend Chris that gave me Puppers, I would call him my little Puppers, and Chris said little pupper fish. And there he did. He just jumped up. I can say little Puppers, and he'll look at me like he knows that's his name, but he ain't getting up and getting excited unless he hears fish on the end of it. And I said, that's crazy. Why did you do that to him? And now it's stuck. That's the only name he answers to. And I had to change his name from Shotgun to Puppers. Silly, but he's the cutest, sweetest thing. but he likes to eat stuff he shouldn't eat. Like, it don't matter what it is. It could be, I've gotten earrings out of his mouth. Peppers, get up here. Come here. Come here. Okay, y'all, I got to tell you something. Everybody's fine and all, but I'm having to stream from my bedroom, from my laptop, because I had a small house fire. Come here, puppers. Okay. This doggy's white, but he's not really white right now. He's got some soot stains in his hair, and I washed him last night. But then he goes and rolls around on the living room floor, and it's not fixed in there yet. So I'm gonna, hey, puppers. He's a sweetheart, but he's usually cleaner than this. Hey, there's little puppers. Little pupper fish. See what I mean? He only gets excited if I say fish. Pupper fish. Y'all, he's 7 pounds and weighs like 80. 7 months old and weighs like 80 pounds. He's going to be bigger than Cash. His daddy's only like 40, 50 pounds. His mama's only 40 or 50 pounds. He's already bigger than both his parents. He's not even 8 months old. Sherry, you had a house fire too? Okay. Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm telling y'all, I have never in my life. I'm very lucky that Cash and Puppers are alive because they were trapped in here. And I was going with my mom to the doctor, and my hair looks a mess. I took my mama to the doctor, and then we went out to eat lunch, and we stopped at a few stores, and she dropped me off at home, left. I checked the mail. When I get in the house, when I open the door, I can't see through my living room. It's so black with smoke, and it smelled like electrical fire, but I didn't see a fire. And so Cash was in the hallway, like looking scared to death, and Puppers was about 6 feet from the kitchen in a kennel because he likes to eat stuff that he shouldn't, that isn't food. I think if dogs can have pica, I think he's got that disorder. And well, I got them out. I got all the windows up. While I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out what the source of the fire is because I had no idea. I was just, where did this start? And then I found it. It was an ice shaver machine that I've had for about a year and a half, and it was on my countertop, and it was completely melted. A few years after I bought this house, I had an electric heater I left plugged in when I went to the beach for the weekend, and it wasn't on, but it was plugged in, and I've got aluminum wires in my wiring stuff because the year the house was built, it was old. They did it different. So these wires will break and get short, and that was what happened with that. It was an electrical issue on my end, and it was like a $15 repair and some paint. This, I never in my life seen a metal. That machine was plastic, but the only thing left of it was the metal parts. So I got the dogs out in the barn because you can't call emergency personnel to this home until the dogs are somewhere because they will point guns at them. I shouldn't say that word maybe. So I put not to hurt them, but because the Cash sounds scary. So I put them in the barn and I called 911 and they sent a fire truck. I told them everything was out. I had found the source of the fire. It was right beside the back door. So when the fire truck came, it was 2 guys, a young guy and an older guy, and they talked to me for a few minutes. They asked me, did I want to go anywhere? Was I concerned? Did they had me turn the breaker back on because it had tripped. They told me I could leave it off if I was scared. Very nice people, made me feel much better. But I didn't notice this because I don't know why, as I know better. I'm smarter. They took the cord to the ice maker and said, this cord's fine. Your receptacle's not melted at all. They said there were flames because they could tell by the popcorn on the ceiling. I thought it had just got hot and smoldered itself out. And they said that was going to be a gnarly fire. But I had the ice maker up on this block thing that I made. It was a 2x4, 4x4s, like the square blocks. um, because my cup wouldn't fit under it. So I had to make it higher. And underneath that block, I had a dish mat that you put your dishes on when you're washing them. So the water doesn't get on the counter. You can put it under your dish drainer. So it was on that. And when I would make ice or shave ice, I always some fell out afterwards and it would melt, onto that mat. So that mat pretty much always stayed wet. And I was like, they're going to say that. No, fire. I thought it was going to be, you shouldn't have done that. That caused it. The young guy said, no, the older guy said, this is exactly why your house didn't burn down. I mean, the breaker tripped, but that was good. But that mat cooled it off and kept it from spreading. That mat saved my house. So I've reached out to the company of the ice shaver and let them know. And they've asked for pictures and estimates and all that jazz. And my insurance guy's coming tomorrow. They're going to pay for me to go somewhere else and live. I think I'm going to get a camper and put in my yard because I don't want to leave my property because this area, if somebody thinks your house is empty, they're going to mess with your house. Like just nosy and go through it and look for stuff to steal. And I've traumatized enough. My dogs are traumatized. No hotels are going to take 2 big dogs like that. And I can't put them in a kennel. Even for a week, I'm not going to do that to them. But this little fella, he is rotten to death. You see, it looks like paint on his face. That's just his little birthmark or something. That's what he looks like. I love this fella. Poppers. He's a baby. So yeah, my house almost burned down. And Lord looks after me when I don't deserve it. Like he is just, there ain't there's no logic. It doesn't even make sense that fire went out. I know that there was a mat under it that was wet, but that was a hot fire. And I mean, everything on that bar there was only a few things on that bar with it. And all of them were like within 2 feet of it, and everything melted that was on that bar. So Tammy, what are you saying? Hey, S.T. Johnson. What are you doing, puppers? He's rotten. I can't believe I let him get up here on this bed with all that. I bathed him last night, and then he'll go play rough with Cash, and there's still soot all over the floor in there. And it does no good to mop. I've done that because it's still like everything's covered in smoke. And except the 2 back rooms, every door in the house was shut, but every door in the house, it didn't matter that it was shut because smoke still bellowed in. And I've got more clothes than probably anybody I know. And I've got more clothes I'm going to throw away than probably anybody I know. But I was so lucky. I mean, I wish I'd have been here and it happened. So maybe the dogs wouldn't have got traumatized. But let's be honest. I'll be honest. If I'd been here, I'd have probably been asleep. And we may none of us be here because I am the hardest, heaviest sleeper. Now that I can finally sleep for more than 3 hours without waking up in hand pain. Oh, my computer's glitching. My computers and my electronics haven't been sent off to be tested and cleaned yet. So this is really the first time I've used any of my stuff. The firefighters pulled me out. We lived in a hotel for a couple months. As soon as I said I could. Which house? Your house in the States? Or the one there? I've lost an earring. I just got these earrings. Gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Sherry. Is it true you can't get the smell out? Because I keep hearing you never get rid of that smell. But I know I'm nose blind to it now because I've been here. But other people, 2 people came by today and one of them hadn't seen it and didn't know. And I said, do you smell smoke? And he was like, yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. And I was like, look around. Like, where are you at? Look up at the ceiling. And like he didn't. He come in and smelled it and didn't even look around to see the fire remnants. Like I had to show him. Oh wow! What started your fires? Sherry. Piper, stop. He's spoiled, y'all. He's a little baby. And Cash loves him. Cash, I said, if something happens, I was worried about him because I thought he might not make it. Because Cash was more throwing up. I mean, coughing. And his little nose was running. And it looked like he was swollen under his eyes and under his nose. I probably got black soot all over my face now. But every time I would wipe his nose that night, it looked like a black magic marker. Like I had put that on a paper towel, and I was worried, but Puppy was throwing up, and I was scared he was not going to make it until the next morning when I could get him to a vet. And I told my friend Chris, I said, if something happens to Puppers, I don't know that Cash will be okay, because Cash lets this puppy make him get out of his chair. I mean, he'll sound tough. He'll be like, and like slobber flying, like he's really going to F Pups up. And then Puppy is over there gnawing on his face. And Cash just looks like children. And like he's so aggravated, but he loves this puppy so much. Did they check you out for any smoking? No, I wasn't. Who? Oh, Sherry. Were you there? Tree fell on the wires, and the wires caught fire in the attic. Oh my goodness. Insulation burns fast, doesn't it? I'm so sorry, Sherry. You've had a lot of stuff. Shamar, what's up? Hey. Y'all, I miss y'all. I missed y'all. For really, really. I didn't know if it's going to let me go live, y'all. It's been so long. I'm trying to scroll and read my chat, but it's not like wanting to let me. Was your husband here with you, Sherry, or was he away? I know sometimes he's. Did you know the fire? Wait, my screen, my computer's glitching, but I mean, it works. It was in the same room with the fire. Like I don't even like really saying I had a fire because it was mostly smoke. But I hope the people who make that ice machine give me some money for my troubles. Since their ice machine almost burnt my house down and injured my doggies. I said sleep, little puppers. Little puppers. Little pupper fish. I love you. I love you. You don't even look like you're supposed to be a white doggy. His hair's usually so soft and white, and he just will not calm down. He's always rough playing. If anybody's got any ideas, I can't make him stop eating my shoes. I know I should put them up. I need to train me better. And thank you. What else does he do? Oh, he likes to stand on the bar and get food off if you leave anything up there. He likes to do that. I'm told him I'm gonna learn to like beating little puppies, but he's so pretty I can't even yell at him. Yes, you ain't biting me. So, I did get my nose pierced, Tammy. I've had it probably over a year, maybe not that long. See if they'll give you money. Money they give you for a hotel to rent An RV. I am buying an RV. Let's see, a camper or an RV. Um, because they told me that the RV place will bring out one and rent to me, but to set it up it's $5,000, and he said that'll go through your loss of use coverage because I have a set amount that I'm allowed for a rental. Like they would put me in a house or Airbnb or whatever I pick or agree with that they find me, or they said I could handle it, and they would go. The amount they would give me would be, I think he said he would go to somewhere like Zillow and find my, or go to my house and find out how much the Zillow or whatever website says it would rent for, which is a pretty nice amount. And they would give me 3 months worth of that, and I could handle it however I would like. And for 3 months of that rent, I found several nice campers, that I could stay in while they're doing because they're talking about like it could take 6 months. And I mean, it just looks like smoke damage, but they also want to test for asbestos because of what year the house was built. That's concerning. I had a leak a few months ago, and it was just a little claim, but I filed a claim on it, and I said so they weren't concerned if I was breathing asbestos when the claim's going to be less than $1,000 or whatever. I mean, it was a little more than that, but you get my point. But now that they're going to have to spend a chunk of money on the house, now they're going to make sure I'm not breathing in cancer cells or whatever, pre-cancer, whatever. It's irritating. And I don't even know how they get rid of asbestos, but someone told me they have to get rid of the insulation in your house and put new. Fuckers. Cash, come here, Cash. Shh. I hear him. He's so dirty right now. Like the other day, the day after this happened, he got in the bathtub before the water was on. Cash, look. Hey, little baby. See how dirty his face is. What are you doing, Bumpers? What are you smelling me for? I ain't been around no other dogs. I promise. I promise. Okay. That was Cash. He smells like he always does. That I love that dog. Cash is such a good, he's just a good boy. Got firefighters pull me out. We're leaving our hotel. Sherry, you were so lucky. Your house doesn't smell anymore. I just don't believe they'll never get the smell out because you know how if some people's house smells and they don't, oh, it smells like a dog, but I don't know because I'm always here. I don't smell the smoke, but I live here. But I do in my tool room. In one room, I can smell it. But I mean, if people come in and don't know I have fire and they don't even look around to see what happened, I think the smell, I'll probably be able to get rid of it. And I've got to call tomorrow a restoration company to come in. And I'm hoping when this is all done, I don't want a lot. Maybe some new floors in this house. And I don't know, like fresh paint and not a smell of burnt wood. So, good gracious, Sherry. I'm so sorry to hear that. How's Tony doing, Tammy? How are you doing? Yeah, I pierced my nose, and I can't wear silver. I can't wear silver jewelry in my nose because it breaks it. Like if I wear a hoop, oh gosh, it hurts so bad. I'm too sensitive for it. And the insurance guy has been so great. Um, this time, like I've never filed an insurance claim where I walked away thinking that was a pleasant experience. You hear me? Like that just don't happen. But so far, I mean, he asked me the other day, when I come out to see the house, do you want an advance? Do you need some cash? I said, what can I spend it on? He said, I mean, if you like, for instance, if your iPhone melted, you'd have to go buy iPhone. I said, well, it didn't. My iPhone didn't melt, but um, yeah, I could. Yeah, I could probably use some cash. I've got some things I need to replace. Clothes, a couple clothes. I mean, I got plenty of clothes, but there was a basket of like my sleepwear and my underclothes that they are so black, and that smoke ain't coming out. Um, asbestos is thrown in like the pond. No, I did not have a hurricane. Um, I did not. I've been lucky on that. And so, Tebow. I'm a werewolf. I'm a vampire. Red in October, my house flooded. Oh gosh, Sherry, what in the world? The same house? I feel like I'm being punked. You have got the worst luck. Is that true? Like really? I mean, I know you're not lying. Like, I know you're not lying, but my word. No, I didn't get hit by the hurricane. I just am just. I'm a student now. I'm very busy. I'm a full time student. Y'all, look, I've been on the not deans. I've been on the president's list every single time. I'm halfway through an associate's degree, a business administration. And every single time, except the last time I was just on the uh, dean's list, I think. But the time every other semester, I've been on the president's list, which is all 4.0. All my grades were above. It was just A's, but my GPA was 4.0. Um, I didn't think I could do that. I hadn't done any school since I graduated. That was a long time ago, and um, I was so proud of myself. But I've become a procrastinator, and I've got like 2 weeks to do a lot because I have not been keeping up. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep Sherry in a bubble girl, bubble lady, to keep her safe. Okay, y'all. Do y'all remember my friend that he was here a couple nights at least one time when I was streaming, and he stayed over here for that week. But do y'all remember him? His name, the Philip, the one that had cancer in his throat. No, on his tongue. He had tongue cancer. I talked about him with y'all. I did one stream one night when I come home from his house and I was mad. Me and Veronica. Where is Veronica? Um, but I grew up with him and we lived together for like several years. When I bought this house, he was living with me in before I bought the house and he moved here. He passed away at Christmas. Yes, the electrician, Miss Lisa. Um, yeah, he's no longer with us. Um, I can't even believe it. every time I tell somebody, I'm like, it can't even be real. It don't feel like it can be real. I've known that boy since we were like 4 years old, 3 years old. His cancer came back. From what I was told, because I didn't know. I seen him in the summertime. I seen him like 3 times in 2 weeks because he was working near here, but he had moved away like an hour away, so I didn't see him much. Um, but I ran into him like 3 times, and he was fine. He was working with a new company. Just his coworker and friend started his own company, and they left where they were at and started their own company. Or he went with his friend who started a company. But uh his his family member told me that he coughed up some blood in August and had some scans done, and took a few weeks for the scans to come back, and they said it was his upper lobe in one lung, and they removed it, and it didn't change the symptoms, so they went in to remove more, and just in those short weeks, it had went from he had it to he was completely overtaken by it. His lungs were completely full, like inside and out or whatever. I can't remember how it was worded, but um, it was very aggressive, fast, and he found out in late August and passed away on the middle of December. Um, oh, they're gonna go do. Yo, you got good swimming weather right now, don't you, Sherry? I miss the dang pool. I want to go swimming, but it's cold here every day. I cannot wait. Look, God, I'm filthy. This sweater's ruined. It's not. The soot really does come off pretty well, but not out of silky clothes. Look at my hands. Look at that from rubbing on these little puppers. And I just washed this quilt, so now I gotta get rid of that. I'm glad I got a well water and don't have to pay for water. Sherry, you're gonna have fun. I'm glad they're coming to see you. I don't know why my phone is being weird. I was like trying to find the stream on YouTube earlier. I was actually going to cancel it because I got really freaked out and not anxiety because it's been so long since I did this. And there's a video of Katie right there. I don't know when it's from. I think it was live. And I don't have her on my list anywhere. I don't know how I pulled her up. God, swim you around. I knew that, Sherry. I just want to hear you say it. I want a swimming pool. I want to go see you. I'm gonna come visit you. Has anybody seen Joey around? He was messaging me. He messages us once in a while. I watched a old little red stream last night, and we were having technical difficulties. And Dolly, that person, is that Dolly? Dolly. What was her name? D? Is it L or T? It was T's, right? Dolly. I can't remember. But Todd was there. And I was like, listen to his voice. I hadn't talked to him in forever. T detox. What do you mean she's real sick? Sick how? Has anybody seen Veronica? Did she still post to her little what was it? Her story channel? I need to reach out. I don't even know how to get on my Twitter, and I'm not gonna ever probably call it X. That is a nasty disease, and I'm so sick of losing people. Y'all, I have a cousin that's in ICU right now on a vent, and they're now he's dialyzed. They're doing dialysis now, but he's 8 years older than me, maybe, and healthy. Always been healthy. He woke up, or I don't know what time of day it was. They might have been in bed. His wife called the 911 because he couldn't breathe. He had COVID. Then he had the flu. I don't know if he had pneumonia, because that's the thing that's going around here the past few months. Everybody's had pneumonia. This man is on a vent, unconscious, and has MRSA in his lungs, and they just can't. When they wake him up, he has to go right back on the vent. So they're keeping him sedated now. I cannot believe that. Does is it like what kind of cancer? Apartment in the mountains. Wow. Well, maybe I'll see her. Um, whatever happened to that lady that what was her name? Michelle? Y'all know who I'm talking about. She was la la la. She would stream with this dude, and he was a character too. What were these people? I can't remember. She lived in a house, and her they said the house was going to be sold, or she was obviously like eccentric. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? I think her name was Michelle. I can't remember what channel it was called, but she would what was it she was doing in the kitchen cooking? It was weird. It was different. I don't want to say anything bad because that yeah. What's up with her? Is she still posting, Miss Lisa? I'm sorry, Issy. Ain't it? It's so draining and oh, like I haven't lost. I went through a period that I lost so many people that were like one year around 20 oh it was 05 or 06 and 07 like those years I lost like 20 friends in a year one time, and it was just a defeating like wow, it just can't get it just ain't gonna get better. But um I haven't had that. um I haven't lost many people in quite a few years, but when you lose one that you're really close to, and I hadn't been really close to him um, in a while, but I mean, I'd known him since I was 3. He was 4, um, and I remember how I mean, saw him cry many, many tears. He didn't want to die of cancer, and he was scared it was going to come back, and I just hate that I just hate that. I guess it's best and good for him that it was fast, but I mean, was it really? Because I don't know. She did go to jail. I would imagine. What about that kid that she would? I think she had a crush on him. The guy that was in his house in a different state. I can't remember his name either. What was she doing that was so weird in the kitchen cooking? Um, oh, my hands are filthy. I can't believe I'd say and rubbed soot all over my hands again. Ski mask Andy. Was it Andy? Miss Lisa, you know, I, I've got to get back to this community. Like I never get on here anymore. If I get on my phone, or I don't even play I like playing the fish tables and the spinny the money games. I like that. I won $700 um about a year ago, and I've won 2 or 300 several times. But I'll put anywhere from I put 20 or 40 bucks on there, and I either win or I play for a few minutes and I stop. I mean, I've lost my money quick before, but for the most part, if I put 20 or $30 on there, I'll have money for 2 or 3 weeks on there, and I'm just on my free time playing. I never play long enough to like play it out, but it was been hitting the last 2 days. I had it up to 200 yesterday, and I was like, I just always want to get it up higher. That's why I never cash out. I get on Facebook to find out I have lost more. It's like when I go on Facebook and find out my aunt had passed on my birthday. I found out on Facebook. I was not happy about that. My first day at a new job too. Okay, so Sherry and SC, we're gonna have to have a chat soon. I don't like funerals, Sherry, but I do go. I try to go if there's one of somebody, but I mean, I have friends. My friend Chris that gave me the puppers, he doesn't do funerals. We lost a friend in July. Um, we had been hanging out. We hung out with him on on Sunday. Um, he went home Monday. Didn't I don't think Chris heard from him Monday. Tuesday morning on his way to work, he was on a motorcycle and a truck, a big truck, hit him. And um, uh, he just don't do funerals, and that was his closest guy friend. Um, I do funerals. That's I don't know. I feel like that's your respect to show. I try to go. I will call y'all. I think right now I got to get in there and get my air purifiers. I've got to blow the filters out. He showed me what to do. That's why I was late. My friend brought me some of those things, and I've got to get them set up. And I have been. He told me not to clean in here anymore because it might make it harder for the restoration people. But I do, Tammy, and I will call you too, or I'll message you. Um, I've had to quit cleaning, but I'm going to get some stuff out of here. I just want it to look a little bit better before the insurance guy gets here tomorrow. And stay tuned. I will take pictures and I'll post pictures somewhere, maybe in the community. What's it called? I don't even know. The community tab or something, or maybe next time I stream, I'll show y'all pictures of the inside of the house. It's crazy how much damage smoke can do. And it's so hard to get that stuff off. Water makes it worse. Okay. I love y'all. It's been great. This has been a good time. Next time somebody's gonna come talk to me because I can't talk about myself for this long. It's a lot. I'm usually not this interested either. I don't knock on wood have like fires and stuff very often. Thank goodness. He's in jail too. Ski Mask and Michelle were in jail. I've been watching 60 what is it? 60 days in. I've been binge watching that because it's what's on lately. And I don't know who in the right mind would. I mean, I've never been there. Well, that's been like 30 minutes in the holding, but I never been in jail clothes and there. But I don't know who in the right mind would ever volunteer to do 60 days in jail. Ever. All right, y'all. I love y'all. It's been good catching up. I've missed you. I love you, Tammy. I miss you too. I got to go wash my hands and probably take another shower because soot. I'll come out of my bathroom, take 2 steps into my bedroom because this room didn't get much smoke. Just right above the door, the ceiling's a little gray, but it don't matter. Just those 2 steps, soot. It's like I'm a magnet for it. Oh, Velcro here, puppers. Ain't he cute, y'all? Little pupper fish. Little pupper fish. Stretch. Little puppers. He's my baby. Cash loves him. Cash ain't too jealous. But he's jealous of Cash. Just let me love Cash. There's a problem. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna, y'all just stay on my butt about it. I'm gonna try to start streaming again because I think my monetization went away, which really don't matter because I'm still streaming, but I had trouble getting my tax form because somehow I think I threw it away in the mail and I couldn't sign into my AdSense account because I didn't stream or I didn't do anything on my channel for 6 months. Post starting from the beginning on 2 times speed. Hope everybody's doing it. All right, I love y'all. I'm not gonna promise a day because I tried that last time a few times I was streaming and I didn't mean to lie, but I guess I lied. So I promise that I will be back soon. And I'm gonna call you Sherry and craft, I'll message you and SC. And I love y'all. Thank you for coming. And we'll talk soon. Bye. Love y'all. It's been so much fun.